What is your favorite day of the entire week? Ask yourself that question. I want you to really think about it. Think about it. Like, what day are you like really just in the zone and just happy with? I want you to compare your Fridays to your Mondays. Which day do you like better? Do you like Friday or do you like Monday? Do you look forward to the weekend or do you look forward to the weekdays? For example, do you love Fridays because that's the start of the entire weekend, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday there? Or do you love Sundays because it's the start of that weekday, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Which do you like better? If you answered, probably like most people do, if you're more so like, if you're leaning towards Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's probably okay. But if you were just like, fuck yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I hate that Sunday where I'm like Monday's coming around the corner and Tuesday's coming, then you probably need to change your life in a huge way, because you probably don't love what you're doing for a living on Mondays, Tuesdays. Like for me, like I love Mondays. Monday might be my favorite day of the entire week. It's like this day. It's the day that the week starts. The weekday is here. The work week is here. I absolutely love Mondays. And that's not to say that I don't like Fridays and Saturdays, but I'm not looking forward the entire week just to get my Friday, Saturday, Sundays off. And there's a saying that I love, kind of like just, around this topic here. It says, if you feel like you absolutely need a vacation from your work, like if you're like, oh man, I need this, like there's just no, like I need it, then they say don't come back to that line of work. If you feel like you're dying, like I need a vacation, I need it, don't come back. You want to be in a place where your work and your life and your hobbies and your interests are all kind of like in a flow state where everything kind of pulls together, where you don't even notice the difference between when you're working, when you're playing, when you're socializing. Like everything is kind of at one with each other. I know it's kind of difficult to get to that point, but it is definitely possible. And what I want to encourage people to do is kind of shake up their lives a little bit. Hence the title of this video, like why, like should you do it? Should you shake up your life? Should you try something new? Should you take a big risk? So some of you watching this video probably have not taken any big risks in your life. Maybe you've lived in the same town for your whole life. Maybe you lived in the same city for your whole life. You've never really had any different experiences, and you kind of got used to this really routine kind of way of living, and everything's kind of boring, and it's just like you're just running through the motions. And what I want to encourage here is to, if you find yourself doing that and you're running through the motions and you hate Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and you're not really into what you're doing for a living, shake up your life in some way. You'll figure it out. So what I suggest for somebody that's watching and kind of in this predicament, what I would suggest is to move somewhere else. Go to a different city. And you don't have to know anybody in that city. Move across the country. Move to a different country. If you can, if visas allow you. Okay? Move wherever you can and are allowed to actually move for a significant amount of time. And you're gonna find out so much more about yourself, but also you'll figure out more about yourself too, but like what you love, what you don't love, what you wanna do, what you don't wanna do, and all these different things that you're gonna find out that are invaluable. And you probably wouldn't have found them staying in your comfortable, 9 to 5 where you're just not really growing, you're not really looking forward to improving. There's like almost no room for expansion, and even if there's room to get promoted in your line of work, you just don't really, you're not really into it, right? Like, cause you're just like waiting for the weekend. You're just like, God, when is Friday, Saturday gonna come so I can drink away all this bullshit and I can never come back to doing this garbage again, right? And those are the people I'm talking to in this video. If that's you, I really want you to cultivate the courage to do something about that, to let yourself free of that, and to live a life more on your terms instead of kind of just slaving the 9 to 5 and just going in and out of work and literally just like burning through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just to get to the weekend, just to try to have fun like 2 days out of the week, and literally lighting on fire your Mondays through Fridays. Your Mondays through Fridays should be amazing. You should be having a better time on Mondays and Tuesdays than Saturdays and Sundays. I'm telling you. And some people don't realize that this is possible, that on Monday you can wake up and be like, fuck yeah, this is what I want to be doing, and this is where I need to be, and really just kind of enjoying that and getting to a point where that is possible in your life, and realizing, first of all, that it is possible for that to happen in your life. Where I'm not saying you're gonna, listen, I'm not like, let's not go crazy. I'm not saying you're gonna jump out of bed every morning and be like, yeah, like super enthusiastic about life. There's gonna be some shit days. There's gonna be a lot of days where you're just not gonna wanna jump out of bed. But as soon as you jump out of bed and you realize that it's Monday, there's not this dreadful feeling like, God, it's Monday, I gotta drive to work, it's gonna take me an hour, this fucking traffic, I don't wanna be there, I don't like the people that are there, I don't like associating with these people, I need to change my circumstances. Don't talk about it anymore. You just have to actually change your circumstances. Don't complain if you're not willing to do something about it. If you're gonna settle with that kind of lifestyle that you really don't want, then at the very least you have to do yourself a favor and accept it and not complain about it at all. So that's really important in that sense. Like if you're like, okay, I'm just gonna settle with, this is my lifestyle, this is what it's gonna be, at least drop the complaining and just let it be at that. But if you're wanting to strive for more, if you know there's a better life out there for you, I know I preached a lot to this specific group of people, because I used to be like this kind of guy that was just kind of like dreading Mondays and Tuesdays. I remember going to school and dreading all those days. I'm like, God, like this is fucking terrible. I'm like, when I get a job, I never want it to be this way. Like I don't want to like on Sunday night be like, oh God, like you just remember, you're like, oh God, it's Monday tomorrow, fuck, right? I never wanted to have that ever again. And I don't want to see people have that either, because it just brings about this dread, and like 5 out of 7 days. So like, that's so much time out of your entire week that's going to shit. Like you're just like stressed out, you're pissed off, and then you're complaining, and then you're dragging other people down because you're complaining. And it's just a thing that spirals just completely out of control. And I know the excuse for most people kind of that are stuck in a rut like this is that like, I don't know what else to do, like blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm telling you, you can't, like you first have to quit your job, okay? To open up the door for realizing what you might be doing next. Some people think I need to have a plan B before I start. You don't necessarily need to have that. You can just quit your job. Literally, it sounds crazy when you hear it here. Quit your job, move to a new city, move to a new country, and trust me, the answers will come. Trust yourself. Trust yourself that the answers will come. And that's the biggest issue with this type of person, is that they don't have enough trust in themselves that the answers will come to them, that they will be able to take this huge risk and be okay and better off in the end of it. Because think about it this way. If you take this risk, 1 year from now, maybe you move to a new city, maybe you meet a ton of new people, maybe some new opportunities knock at the door for you, okay? A lot of things can go well if you take that risk. And worst case scenario is 1 year later, let's say you sign a 1 year lease at some place just completely different. Worst case scenario, you come back realizing so much more about yourself, knowing more about what you don't want in your life, maybe what you do want in your life, okay? Realizing so much more about those kind of things. And now compare that to the 1 year, instead of traveling somewhere or doing something completely different, that you stay in the kind of the rut that you're in right now. And 1 year from now, you're exactly where you are today. No better, having no more knowledge about who you are as a person, what you want in your life, what you don't want in your life, what you're trying to create in your life. Okay? So just compare those two scenarios. And I'm not even talking about the best case scenario if you take that 1 year of opportunity. Best case scenario, you go there, you meet all these incredible new people. You might even start a new business that you didn't even know like existed. Okay? You might find a new city that you fall in love with, and you're just kind of living there and everything is amazing. You might even meet a girl or a guy there and be so happy. And these are things that you'll never have if you don't ever take that chance. So I encourage everyone here, if you're not satisfied with your life 100% right now, I encourage you to have the courage, to cultivate the courage, to actually do something about that. And even once you make that decision to do something about that and change your life, you're already gonna feel so excited about it as soon as you make the decision, without even like having moved somewhere else or shaken up your life or circumstances. Just when at first you're like, I'm going to fucking do this, you're already just like, wow, like this is such an empowering feeling, because you begin to start to have control over your life again. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm gonna be answering every comment. So let me know what you guys think. I'm super curious to know. Let me know if anybody's willing to try this out. Let me know if you're satisfied with your life. On a scale of 1 to 100, how satisfied are you with everything that's in your life right now? 1 to 100. Give me your honest answer. Is it 72%? Is it 46%? Is it 78%? Is it 93%? Is it 100%? If it's a lower percent, maybe if you want to, only if you want to, let me know, like, what is it that can bring you to 100? Do you even know what can bring you to 100, or you're just not sure? Be honest with your comments there. I'd love to read them. I'd love to help out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.